MLB players who retired way too young. Back in 2002, the Chicago Cubs called up a young pitcher named Mark Prior. He was just 21 years old, and everyone thought he was going to be one of the best pitchers in all of baseball, since Mark had just finished an amazing career at USC, where he won every big award you could think of for a college player. But when it came time for the pros, he looked even better. You see, when Mark Prior started pitching for the Cubs, he looked unstoppable. In his rookie season, he struck out 10 batters in his very first game. By the time he was 22, he put up numbers that almost no young pitcher ever had. He went 18-6 with a 2.43 ERA and piled up a crazy 245 strikeouts in just over 200 innings, so everybody thought he was their ticket to the World Series. But the Cubs ended up pushing him way too hard. The thing is, Mark was throwing a ton of pitches every time he got the ball. His manager back then just kept letting him go, even when he hit 120 pitches or more. This of course would get super exhausting, and in a super intense playoff game against the Marlins called the Bartman game, Mark was on the mound, and the Cubs were so close to making history since they were 5 outs away from the World Series. However, suddenly, the Marlins started getting hits, and the Cubs' dreams fell apart right before everyone's eyes. But the real damage was just beginning. As it turns out, after that crazy season with all those high pitch counts, Mark Prior began getting hurt all the time. First, he messed up his Achilles and his elbow and had to miss a chunk of games. Then in 2005, he even got hit in the arm by a line drive, which broke his elbow. Every time he came back, something went wrong. And by 2006, his shoulder was a complete mess, and his season, as well as his career, just fell apart. But despite this, he wasn't ready to give up. What I mean is that after the Cubs let him go, Mark still tried everything to make it back. He signed with teams like the Rangers, Yankees, and Red Sox, but he could never stay healthy long enough to pitch in the big leagues again. Eventually, in 2013, he finally admitted his arm just would not let him pitch anymore, and he officially retired at only 33 years old, while he had thrown his last MLB pitch way back at age 25.